Good evening, ladies, gentlemen, and all variations thereof. And welcome back to the Sunday stream. Whew, we got some stuff to cover today. But before we do that, hello everybody, how are we all doing? Thank you for the check-in, Grohl. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Today, we are playing Stray Gods again. Because, to be quite honest, I want to know more. I wish to be provided more entertainment. Hello, Dragon Reaper. Thank you for the check-in, my friend. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Okay, so let's start off today's stream, not in fact by delving into Stray Gods, though we will get there in a bit. Today, let's start off the stream by talking about what I did on Thursday and Friday. Because as you may have noticed, we didn't stream on Thursday. Now, I did mention this on Monday, on Tuesday and Wednesday, that we wouldn't be streaming Thursday, but it's always good to have a bit of a recap. Now, on Thursday, I went to Manchester and met up with Elfie, who you all know from our D&D campaign, and we went to watch something called the Terrible Influence Tour. Which, honestly, not really something that I'm particularly familiar with. But apparently the hosts of this show, Dan and Phil, are a big thing here in the UK. Apparently they're just a big thing on the internet in general, and I wasn't aware of them until, like, 6 months ago? When one single Tumblr that I follow started non-stop posting about them. And that's my only exposure to them until Thursday, when me and Elfie got dressed up and went to the O2 Apollo in Manchester to take in a show. I made a post on this, about this on Blue Sky, yesterday, because I was like, okay, well, I have a few thoughts that I want to share. But one of the things that really, like, stood out to me about this show is that a lot of people didn't really seem to grasp the intent behind it. Or at least... Okay, this is weird. It's a comedy show, right? And obviously that means that people should laugh and should enjoy themselves. But at the same time, the show is also a critique on the status of celebrities within the online framework and the relationship between celebrities and their viewers in our current day and age. Which is honestly a pretty heavy topic. As I discussed on Blue Sky the other day, it's a very heavy topic. But yeah, we're not going to cover that today because that's a lot of stuff to cover, and I don't really feel like this is the appropriate medium to cover it in. But I might talk about it at length some other time. We shall see. Additionally, a few bits of information for everyone who might be wondering. My joint pain in my hands is getting steadily worse. So we're gonna probably cut back on anything that requires me to use the keyboard today, and we're gonna play Stray Gods instead. I don't know if I had another plan for today, but everything's been royally up in the air the past few, so we shall see. At any rate, hi Val, welcome. Thank you for the check-in. Yeah. Today we're playing Stray Gods. We're delving back into Act 2 of Stray Gods. Now, I don't know how long Stray Gods is as a game. We might finish it today, or there might be another 3-hour stream after this one at some point next week. Probably on a Thursday, since we have D&D on Wednesday. Yeah. So. Yeah, I'm gonna play with the gods. I'm going to dangle them like puppets from the end of my fingers. Stray Gods is an interesting game. I do quite like the way that they've designed it. Are you at the very least enjoying Aloft, Kroll? It's a very relaxing game, I've found. Though that may not be the same for everybody. Yes? Good. A worthwhile investment, then. Right. Let's see where Grace and Freddy and Pan and everybody else left off, shall we? Don't quite remember. It's been a little while. Alright. Aphrodite's party. Yes, I suppose we should attend that, shouldn't we? We're writing a story about me being a puppet master. Well, if it's fan fiction, it goes on AO3. Wow, you know that.
Fancy party? Check. Bunch of strangers? Check. Grace totally not dressed for the occasion? Check. Now, if only I knew what I was supposed to be doing here.
Grace? You're here.
Yeah, I'm invited, aren't I?
I'm just surprised you even knew it was happening.
Persephone said I should come to this. Whatever this is.
Persephone didn't tell you? Why am I not surprised?
You didn't tell me either.
I came to see you, Apollo, and I don't recall you mentioning it. Persephone said it could help.
You don't have any of Calliope's memories, right? No deja vu, recollections that aren't your own?
No. Should I have?
Not right away. For a while, you won't remember anything. We call it the veil. In time, the veil will start to lift, slowly at first, but eventually you'll remember almost everything Calliope did.
Okay. What happens to me?
That's gotta be a lot of memories. She was, what, 1,000 years old?
More than that. Much more.
Then what happens to me in my piddly 20-something years? It can't be good.
Eventually, it's like a flood. It becomes difficult to separate what's you and what's them, and all who came before them.
I'm not sure what to think.
That's a lot to take in. I'm not sure what to think.
I understand. Take some time to let it sink in. If you like, we can talk about it later.
What does this have to do with the party?
Aphrodite hasn't been the same since we came to the New World. She has horrific memories of what she endured during the war. Passing on her Eidolon is a way to forget, for a while. That's what this party is for.
Wait, what? So Aphrodite is separating herself from her Eidolon and putting it in someone else. You have... Wait.
When you say she's gonna pass on her Eidolon, you mean...
She's going to die, yes, and pass her soul on to a chosen successor.
in front of everyone?
We're here to help, Grace. To make it easier for Aphrodite to do what she feels she must. We're here to say goodbye. At least for a while.
And Aphrodite has... I mean, by the sounds of it, she's done it a lot of times.
This isn't the first time Aphrodite's done this. She's held this kind of gathering before, right?
This is her fourth, I think, perhaps fifth.
So every time the veil, whatever you call it, when it starts to lift...
Aphrodite's memories return, and eventually it is too much. We gather to pay our respects and to honor the past. Well, she still remembers it.
So, we have been given some information, Ed. And that information is that eventually, Grace will remember everything that Calliope ever remembered. Or ever had memories of. Which may include her murderer. Which may be the reason why somebody wanted to get us out of the way before anything else happened. And the process of remembering all of these memories is called a lifting of the veil. Now, Aphrodite apparently fucks off and dies every once in a while. Well, it's not that it's too much for some brains to handle, it's that Aphrodite experienced horrible things during World Wars I and II, and as such, eventually all of those memories become too much for her, so she buggers off and dies and sticks her soul into a new person so that they don't have to remember this shit again. Which is a little fucked, but also I kinda get it.
Wait. Persephone said Calliope always refused to come to these parties.
She refused on principle. Everything Calliope did was on principle. She believed Aphrodite was indulging her sadness, wallowing in it. She thought Aphrodite should try harder. It was a point of contention between them. Aphrodite will be grateful you're here. Trust me.
Do you support what Aphrodite is doing here?
It's not my choice to make, Grace.
Yeah, but you must have an opinion.
Eventually you will remember what we experienced during the war, and eventually you will remember that what Aphrodite experienced was far worse. If this is the mercy she requires, I will not tell her she should not take it.
I do get it. I honestly, I get it. And the thing is, yeah, I do like that Calliope isn't just painted as, oh, she was the best of us. It's very much, yeah, she was a person. She had flaws. Everything that she understood was also like, there were flaws in her logic at the end of the day because she was a person. Like, she wasn't some all-powerful, omnipotent, omniscient god. She was a person. And people are flawed. And I get it. And especially, like, with Aphrodite, like, this whole party thing is also like, oh yeah, no, she has a party, and she does this every now and again when it gets too much, and she passes her Eidolon onto a chosen successor, someone who is prepared to take on that burden, and who knows what this entails. So yeah,
Okay,
I get it.
So, what did Aphrodite want Calliope to do? What does she want me to do?
Well, knowing Aphrodite, she'll want you to make a production of it all. She's not here just yet. Until she arrives, I suggest mingling.
Mingling.
Yeah, mingling. Talk to Eros. Or we can talk more if you like. Just try to relax, Grace.
Sure, yeah. Relax. That's what this party is for, right?
Yeah, so Aphrodite is the embodiment of love, and during the World Wars, and like, you also have to think about it in a way that, like, just because the gods experience all of that, like, mortal heartache and stuff, doesn't also mean that they can't have their own, like, war-based experiences. Like, in fairness, Athena was probably standing over the shoulders of generals and directing troop movements and stuff. Apollo, gift of prophecy and all that, was probably doing his best to stay out of the way of mortal beings. Eros, desire, sexuality, like, there's probably some stuff there. Hermes was probably couriering a lot of the time. So yeah, let's go talk to Eros. I like Eros. He's fun. Well, he's kind of sad, but he's fun. He's incredibly depressed,
Eros.
actually.
Nice to...
Oh. Hi.
Oh. Okay.
Aphrodite will be so happy you're here. It means so much, you have no idea.
Are you okay?
Are you okay? You seem a bit...
Every time she does this, I don't know how to handle it. I almost want to run upstairs and demand she stop. Remind her that this never works. Sorry, I shouldn't unload on you. It's been a bad week.
No, that's fair. We have not gotten any information on what happened to the big three. Zeus, Poseidon, Hades, no idea. We know that the underworld likely doesn't exist anymore, or that it's now a nightclub. Because Persephone Hades isn't around. Oh, well, we know that the underworld exists to a certain degree, but not because of anything in the game. Yeah, no, Eros definitely needs a hug. And, like, in fairness, they are the god of sexuality and desire and lust. But they've stated that they don't like it. Or, well, they still get that electric tingle of, like, oh, being in a room full of mortals that desire you, sort of thing. But that they find no interest in it anymore.
No, it's okay. It sounds like a bad situation.
Yeah, I guess you wouldn't know much about it, would you? I take care of Aphrodite. Ever since we came to the New World, I'm with her. Every single day. I'm there for the nightmares, the panic attacks, the days she doesn't even remember the war's over. And now I'm arranging her gathering again, so she can die again. And I'll watch it all again.
I guess we should find out.
Is it okay if I ask what happened? I don't mean to pry, but I'm new. I really don't know.
I know, but it happened to Aphrodite, not me. It's not my story to tell.
That's fair. It's really not my business.
No, it is. I mean, it's not, but she does want you here. So you need to know.
Oh.
What happened is that Brother Ares happened.
Oh,
He
shit.
missed out on the first world-spanning war, you see, so he was damned if he'd miss out on the next one. He found some jackbooted mortals so full of themselves and their supremacy, and he told them about the idols.
Oh, shit.
Then they came for us. Took us completely by surprise. Some they killed, but Aphrodite, her they captured.
Oh.
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah, no, this is kind of what I thought. This is, like, I thought when they were mentioning, like, oh, the things they experienced, no, I thought, yeah, Aphrodite probably got stuck in the middle of something horrible, and by the sounds of it, it was pretty fucking horrible. I'm not going to ask if Aphrodite escaped. That's not something I need to know. And I can see that this is difficult.
What is my part in all of this? I'll help if I can.
Aphrodite loves drama. She always has. She wants us here to, well, to remember, to celebrate our history. She'll ask you to use your power as part of the celebration. Could you use it to inspire her?
I can't force anyone to do anything they don't want to, Eros.
That's not what I'm asking. I believe that deep down, she doesn't want to do this any longer. She must see it isn't working. She just needs the strength to try. Or I hope that's all she needs.
What she needs is a damn good therapist, by the sounds of it, I'm gonna be honest.
It's not up to me, Eros. I can't make that decision for her.
I know. Neither can I. I was only hoping Aphrodite could make that decision for herself, if she was inspired.
I don't know.
It's a lot to ask. I'll understand if you can't. All I want, one way or another, is to get through tonight.
Well, in fairness, Eros isn't waiting for exactly that. Eros isn't asking us to, like, sing someone out of that trauma. He's asking for us to try and help Aphrodite take the next step. Not to get them out of the trauma entirely, because that's going to be impossible. It's literally impossible. But to, like, help Aphrodite take that next step forward. To try to even just, like, to try and work their way forward. I don't know. This is going to be a hell of a difficult song to sing, I think. For multiple people. We'll talk to Apollo really quickly and then we'll wait on Aphrodite.
I know all these people, Grace. For as long as I can remember, I've known them. Yet sometimes I feel like I don't know any of them at all. Or they me.
I spoke to Eros. He's pretty broken up over all this.
Oh, poor Eros. Each new successor, his hopes rise up once more. And then he watches the new Aphrodite crumble. Piece by piece. Only to start all over again. It's so different from the olden days. Once he was the eternal disaster, and Aphrodite kept constant vigil over him.
Maybe he feels like he owes her.
I think he's followed her into a dark void, and somewhere, deep down, believes he deserves no better.
You don't enjoy these family gatherings, do you?
Are they family gatherings? Like the sort mortals have?
You call each other sister and brother and mother.
Well, yes, but
And you've been together like 100 times longer than I lived with my family. All you're missing is a drunk uncle everyone has to apologize for.
that would be Pan. But yes,
So
I feel
where's
very much out of place.
Dionysus?
Why is that exactly? Wouldn't you feel more like you belonged after 1,000 years together?
Is your assumption that all those centuries bring great wisdom?
Don't they?
We get older. We have more to forget. We hold grudges longer, but wiser. No. Not so far.
I should get back out there.
Fair, Apollo. Alright, let's wait for Aphrodite. Wait, who's this? Oh!
My family. Having you all here, gathered once again to see me off, it moves me. More than I can say. My loves, my darlings, my dearest friends. And you. Oh, my dear sweet thing. I dare not hope that you, with all your troubles, might sing me to my sleep. Yet here you are. Yet here she is. Huh.
It's lovely to meet you, Aphrodite. Properly, this time.
Ah, yes. Poor Calliope. Such a loss to us all. I shall miss her dearly. To have come so far, only... No, it doesn't bear thinking about. It's too much.
Is this Grace, my lady? The new muse?
Oh, what manners I have. Grace, Grace, meet the lovely mortal woman who shall tonight become the new me.
Hi, my name's Venus, and yes, it really is Venus. Nice to meet you, Grace.
Yeah, hi. Nice to meet you.
We'll both be new at this, huh? Maybe we could get together and compare notes if you,
Survived my trial.
Yeah, Lady Aphrodite told me. I shouldn't have brought that up. I'm sorry.
There will be so much time for you lovelies to speak later. Now, we must prepare for my departure.
I'm not gonna try and talk her out of it.
I have to admit, it's not clear what my part in all this is supposed to be.
How could it be? You've barely just arrived, darling girl. How did you even find out about it?
That would be Persephone's doing.
Apollo! Oh, you've come after all.
You look remarkably well, cousin.
I've had a great deal of time to prepare. I assure you that would not be the case. As for you, Grace, have you gathered the true purpose of tonight's gathering?
To
If
remember.
I had to guess, it's to remember. One last time before all your memories go away.
Each time the veil lifts, it leaves behind a little less. For me, old Olympus is long forgotten. The glory of Rome, a distant dream. I hope that one day the veil will lift and what happened during the war will also slip into oblivion.
But it hasn't.
Thus, for now we honor the memory of what was, lest tomorrow it be gone forever. Go, enjoy the gathering, Grace. Tell me when you're ready to begin.
Interesting. So she does have a purpose to all of this. It's not just, oh, well, if it, like, it's not just, I want to forget for a little while. It's, the more I do this, the less I remember. Literally. Huh. Okay, let's talk to Venus. Because she looks interesting.
I want to apologize again, Grace. I really messed up. It looks like I'll be doing that a lot. Lady Aphrodite said I'm ready, but I don't know.
Having second thoughts? If so, now's probably the time to mention it.
I would never do that to Lady Aphrodite. I'm just nervous.
That's understandable.
If I can ask, what does it feel like after it happens? Do you feel different?
Not really, no. I mean, there are differences. But
Not really. I still felt like me, if that's what you're asking.
You didn't remember anything? About her? Who she was? She was just gone?
Yeah. Isn't that the point of all this?
I just wanted to be sure. Sometimes it doesn't seem like it could be real.
How do you know Aphrodite?
How do you know Aphrodite exactly?
So I was working at this homeless shelter, right? A couple of years ago, and she came in with one of the older residents. And she was there in this, like, amazing dress. And she's sitting with this guy and really listening to him. Like, they were old friends or something. I just thought, what is someone like her doing in a place like this? So, I just went over and introduced myself.
That's it? Just like that.
Yeah. She came back to the shelter a few times, but by then, I guess she'd taken an interest in me instead.
I have to ask, how does one choose, well, the next you? How did that conversation with Aphrodite even come up?
I didn't know what she really was. Not for a long time. I just figured she was this lonely rich lady. I loved her stories, though. Ooh, I could listen to her for hours, and she never asked for anything from me, not once. Then, one day, she brought it up, like it was nothing, like a job offer.
Did you believe her?
Hell no, not at first. Then she brought me to Olympus, and, well, hard not to then.
Are you really okay with all this? You know what's gonna happen, right?
I saw a lot of people in crisis at the shelter. I knew something was wrong with Lady Aphrodite. She's in so much pain, Grace. She won't let you see how much. Eros called me one night desperate. She wouldn't stop screaming. She didn't know where she was. She's a good person, Grace. A good soul. She deserves mercy.
Okay, so she knows. She knows very. She understands.
I get that you want to help Aphrodite, but do you really want to be her? To be an idol?
At first I thought, wow, this is too good to be true. Who wouldn't want to be a god? Later I realized they're not all powerful. They don't know everything. They're lost. Do I want to be that? Will I be that when the memories return? I don't know.
So why go through with it?
Because Lady Aphrodite needs me. Maybe, just maybe, if I'm added into the mix of all the people she's been, maybe things will be different.
Maybe. Okay. Let's do this.
I have tried so hard. fought for so long. But in the end, I must bid you all farewell once again. But before I go, I would like us all to remember the sacrifices that brought us here to this strange new world. This time, it is with the help of our lovely muse that we shall be guided.
Here we go.
We let them rise. We let it happen. We waited far too long. We thought we shouldn't intervene. We were wrong. We were wrong. Since the beginning we were hidden. We held court from up above. 'Twas the golden age of reason, and I the queen of love. But a plague of hate was spreading, and there were vultures standing by. Before we fell to our knees begging, we fell from the sky. We let them rise, we let it happen. We waited far too long. We thought we shouldn't intervene. We were wrong. We were wrong. We had revelry and rebirth, a family all together, till 13 million marching men cut us down forever. But Brother Ares made it happen, joined their war without dispute. Now the once mighty immortals are just mud under a boot. We let them take our loved ones, it's what they wanted all along. We thought they were beneath us, we were wrong, we were wrong. I see you have the power, it's a poisonous reward. My virtues only scorn me when I was once adored. Loved by every mortal, then ripped from paradise. No one suffered greater till he made his sacrifice. The man that I ignored saved me when I fell. Yes, the husband I abhorred
Oh,
rescued me from
Hephaestus.
hell. I thought it was a joke when it was said to me. He struck a deal with our enemy's enemy, made a secret weapon so my captors let me go. He gave up his freedom, leaving just a memory, and this love I'll never know is what he gave to me.
I don't feel like red works anywhere here, honestly.
I can't believe what I'm hearing today. If your story stops there, I've nothing to say. I can't imagine. I feel like a child who grew up too fast. The goddess of love can't get past the past. What good is a flame when everything's ash? I can't imagine.
There's no excuse but mortals can tell.
You know.
There's no sweet release, it's ongoing.
You know. You know.
Everyone's here to bid me farewell. Can you imagine
I can imagine.
this really happened? I can't forgive, the river's too deep. Its reflection won't lie, so just let me sleep. I can't let go of what could have been.
Lost in a moment, lost in a song. Lost in a moment, lost in a song. Lost in a moment.
Mother, I've stood by your side, now I no longer see the purpose of love when it tears at the center of me. My arrows are rusty, forget the bow, and I won't be begging you not to go. But when you're away, you leave us a broken home. And you leave me alone, lost in a moment, lost in a song. Lost in a moment, lost in a song.
Lost in a moment. If anyone would know about the mysteries of love, you would know. Only you can decide. Lost in a moment, lost in a song. Lost in a moment, lost in a song. Lost in a moment. Lost in a moment.
Lost in a moment.
Are you?
I'm fine. I'm still myself. I thought there'd be something more, that I feel her presence, but she's just gone.
She'll be back. But she'll also be you. She'll be different.
I'll try to be ready. I promise.
I feel like that was the right... I feel like that was the right way to go with that. Now that the song's over... Oh, fuck! Wow! Holy shit! Like, out of all of the songs that I've seen so far, that one tore at my heart a little bit. Like, oh boy. Yeah. I'll help,
If I can. If I'm still, you know.
I would really like that, Grace.
I honestly hope you get the chance. The fact that you came, it meant so much to her. And to me. Before we go, Apollo tells me you were hoping to find some information about Calliope's death. I'm not my mother, but maybe there's something I can tell you. Do you have any suspects yet?
I have a theory.
Not exactly, but it has to be an idol. One with influence.
No, that doesn't sound good.
It had to be someone who knew Calliope and wanted her gone, with enough knowledge and power to fool the chorus. It also had to be someone who could get into the reliquary and attack her there, right under the noses of both Hecate and the Minotaur.
Calliope came to see Aphrodite and I that night. She was agitated, frightened even, but she wouldn't explain why. She said she had a plan. It must have been the reliquary.
She knew it was coming.
She was frightened, so she knew this was gonna happen. It wasn't a surprise.
Well, we knew something was wrong, but we thought it was just another one of Calliope's schemes. If only we'd known she was going to the reliquary. How on earth did she even get in?
She used the key, the one Pan gave her. When Calliope arrived, she dropped it. Then she laughed and said she'd better not lose it because Pan won't give me another key to the reliquary.
How does Venus know
I-
that?
Didn't know it was important.
Well, there's your help, Grace.
Venus
I
must
certainly
have
don't
been
know
there.
more than that. Come now, Venus. It's been a long night. I'll get you home.
Thank you for everything, Grace. Truly. It was a wonderful song.
Yeah, I would assume so, Ed. I would assume so. Especially if Venus is due to take over from Aphrodite.
So, did they have anything helpful?
He might be innocent.
I'm not sure. He might have an explanation for this. Again.
He has a way of making things seem reasonable, it's true. But that doesn't make him a villain.
I guess. Aren't you the one who first said he was probably guilty?
Worth investigating still. Are you all right, Grace? You seem troubled.
I would assume that Aphrodite can't take part in the chorus until after her memories have returned, at the very least. But it does make sense that she'd be up to date with current events.
What Aphrodite went through, it's a lot.
Yeah, that's the funny thing about the life of an immortal. It never ends.
Wow. Way to really sell it, Apollo.
How are things with Persephone? Is she helping as much as you thought?
I mean, I could just say I like her. That is true, Ed. That is true.
Yeah, but I don't know why. She might still be trying to figure out what use I am to her.
All I mean to ask is, has she said anything?
About...
No, never mind. It's none of my business. Please forget I asked. Give my regards to Persephone when you see her.
Sure, Apollo. What does that mean, though? What does that mean? One of the things I do like about this game is it's very much like, oh, here's a conversation, here are your options, but you can't go back.
Apollo, always so dramatic.
Unless they're questions.
Well done, by the way. And cheers to you, Aphrodite. You shall be missed. For a few years, at least.
Still don't know if I did the right thing.
Well, it was never up to you, Grace. The choice has always been Aphrodite's. She's been in hell since the war. And you were only a visitor.
That's fair.
I remember the last time I passed on my Eidolon.
Oh, shit.
1952. I was married to, well, I'd say you'd call him a gangster. More of a thug. A mean, vicious little thug. Persephone saved me from him. Tore his head clean off. But not before he fired a shotgun into her chest. My chest? Whatever.
Do you remember who you were before?
I still am her. Chastity, that is. You can see why I switched names. I remember being disgusted I was ever that weak. Persephone made me strong. But it never really goes away. We all have our sordid history, our personal horrors, building up like sediment around our souls. You can't let it bury you, Grace. You are the only one who can keep your head afloat.
Oh, we can go for Yep, yeah. I mean, this is Grace's thing when it comes to Persephone, is just, oh fuck, you're hot.
You're incredible. You know that?
There's no need to be facetious, Grace.
No, really.
I am incredible. It's true. It's good that you recognize this.
Okay, I take it back.
Oh, you can't take it back, Grace. I would have thought you'd learned that by now.
Oh. Oh shit. Wait, what? Song? Song time?
After centuries of cruel injustice, everybody
Unexpected song time. Okay.
every idol but for one, violent with apathy. We couldn't reach a resolution, but you and I, I'm queen of the underworld, and you, Grace, you. Something seems familiar about you. Have we met some lifetime ago? Gods like me don't have too much to hope for. The rules been fixed throughout the ages. So I have forged a daring path. I would like to make some changes. You see, we can win a revolution, you and I, you and I. I'm queen of the underworld, and you, Grace, You're lost, little girl. The first time we met, you called me that. And now I understand. Show it or not, I see your heart. You've got one big mouth on you, don't you? Yet it's me who's closing in. Think I like that,
Oh my.
that mouth on you, won't you?
You've overstayed your welcome. Time to go home. Get out of here, Grace.
It was this close. It was this close. Ooh. Okay. Guess let's talk to Freddy real quick. Like it is basically our apartment.
Hey, so what's the news, Miss Muse?
Miss Muse.
Well, does a muse have a proper form of address? I just want to hear what exciting adventures you've been having.
Well, I went to a party held by the goddess of love, and she died.
Man, I always miss the really good parties. Here I was, sitting at home, just reading a book. Everything else okay, though? Do we know who the killer is yet?
Not just yet, no.
Okay, well,
I like
let me
the
know if
pride
there's
flag in the
anything I can
background.
do. If I have to hustle to become your high priestess, well, so be it.
How are the gays?
What are Kaz and Brian up to? You didn't tell them anything, did you?
Oh, I told them you came home, that you're okay, but that you're having a moment. They send their love.
Should we tell them, do you think?
What for? They have their own problems. Plus, Brian can't keep a secret to save his life, and Kaz is officially homeless.
Is he still crashing on Brian's couch?
Grace, you do know that Brian doesn't have a couch, right? Just some giant beanbag things?
Then where is Kaz Oh.
Yeah, it's cute. They'll tell us when they're ready. But right now, it's best just to not mix them up in
that
this.
is okay. I like that they made it very much official. Oh, that's very good. That is very good. You do know he doesn't have a couch, right? Oh, that's good. Okay.
I should really apologize about the band. This kind of puts a dent in your plans, doesn't it?
You're right, Grace. How dare you sabotage my dreams? I am so mad I could spit.
You know what I mean. Nobody could have seen this coming, sure, but it's always been something with me.
Well, as I see it, there are two ways this goes down. One, neither of us gets back to the band. It was just a thing we did for a while before I founded a cult in your name. Or two, we get back to it and the band now has The Muse as its lead singer. Edge of Elysium becomes the coolest and most appropriate band name ever.
Ugh, I still really hate that name.
Look, Grace, you can't be the source of all the drama and name
I
the band.
like Edge
okay?
of
That's the
Elysium.
rule.
That sounds fun.
Okay, that's enough questions for now.
You sure? I can talk all day. You know I can.
I'll check back with you soon, Freddy. Time for more mystery solving.
Edge of Elysium is a good band name. I like that. We can go back to talk to Persephone, but I don't think. I don't want to push it. Oh, Hermes is on our couch.
Hi, Grace. I can just call you Grace, right?
That's my name. Where's Freddy?
She went out to get snacks. We were gonna watch TV while we waited, but, well, here you are.
Okay. No, now you're being weird, Hermes. You're just like a little bit off, but now you're actively being weird.
What, you and Freddy are friends now? When did this happen?
When I came looking for you, Friday has this movie that I've never seen. Super cool, right?
Uh-huh.
Oh, would you rather not share your mortal friends? Anyway, I guess Athena wants to talk? I can zip us over to Olympus anytime, if you're free.
Do I have a choice about seeing Athena? I'm not in the habit of being at anyone's beck and call.
I mean, I guess you could say no, but I wouldn't. If Athena wants something, she's gonna get it eventually. She had that look in her eyes, like she really wants to talk to you.
She could always come here. Everyone else does.
Athena entered the mortal world? And now she doesn't do that ever. Can you imagine?
Athena never leaves Olympus?
How does Athena manage never entering the mortal world?
She doesn't have to, I guess. Everyone brings her everything she needs. And that creepy owl of hers? Apollo says it's her eyes out in the world. It's everywhere. Watching.
So what, she just never leaves the building?
She'll go to the reliquary and places like that. Just never where mortals are. She wears a toga and calls cars iron horses.
So wait, Athena's probably the
Mr. Parker,
oldest.
I'm afraid I've become edgy.
Hi, Madeline. Thanks for that. Once again, giving Ed a headache. It can't be helped, Ed. You're the one who said I could use it. No take backsies. Also, the reason it has a metallic twang to it is probably because it's doubling up, and I'm not entirely sure why it's doing that. It just does. It's very odd. Yeah, no, I don't. It is playing twice, and I don't know why. All my audio cues do that for some reason, and I don't know why. It's something I need to figure out once the move's done. Once I have the screen real estate to troll through my OBS at some point. But yeah, as I was saying, this would mean that Athena is the oldest corporeal form among the Olympians, among the idols. I'm gonna call them Olympians because that's what they are technically. So I wonder if Athena's never reincarnated. Huh.
So this is what you do? Ferry people around?
I'm the god of messengers, baby. Travelers, doorways, any kind of transition, really. The old Hermes said that the transition part made even more sense for me, which, extra cool, right?
Hey,
Yeah.
trans character.
That's true.
I can connect any two doorways anywhere, just like that. So it's super easy to take people wherever. I don't mind.
You
I do
mentioned
want
the
to know
old
about
Hermes
the
a
old
lot.
Hermes.
You knew him?
Yeah, I was homeless for a while. It wasn't a great time, and he took me in. Everyone's on the same journey, he used to say. Only the roads are different. And then he went on his journey. Man, I still miss him every day.
Wait, isn't he still inside you? Aren't you kind of the same person now?
Not yet. It's only been a year. Maybe I'll feel him again one day. That'd be nice.
Okay, so the lifting of the veil apparently takes multiple years to happen.
You say it's easy, but do you like doing all these errands?
Huh. Yeah, I never thought about it. It's nice to have a purpose. Athena is super sweet, and she has a big, important job. Why wouldn't I want to help her out?
You can't be this nice. Are you for real?
Oh, well, the old Hermes used to say that a willingness to serve is more important than a willingness to be served.
Interesting idea.
I suppose there's no point in putting it off. Do your thing. Take me to Olympus.
Okay. Oh, when you see Freddie, tell her I'm sorry I couldn't stick around for the movie. And mind if I say something?
Sure.
You've changed. I mean, from the person I met when I first came here. When, you got it together really quick.
Thanks,
I
Hermes.
guess.
Through the golden doorway. It's either lava or very, very vibrant piss. Oh. Oh. Multi-spec, but we only get to pick from 2 now. We're not allowed to take the clever route anymore. So we get charming or kick-ass, but not clever. We can't go blue through the whole story. I guess this is what Hermes meant by "you've changed." Red hasn't really been me, so I think we'll go green. I honestly don't know, Rockethead. It might be that we get both, but I'm not entirely certain. I feel green. Like, red hasn't been bad, but it's very much a, if you go red, you have to go full red. Like, it doesn't mix well with the other two because it's so sharply contrasty. Yeah, let's go green. I feel like green is more my thing.
There you are, Grace. Do have a seat.
Ah, that owl is gonna kill me.
I prefer to stand, thanks.
As you like. You've certainly been busy, haven't you? Everywhere I turn, there you are. Including the reliquary.
Oh.
I'm uncertain how you got access, but even you must have realized it's off limits. Particularly for your mortal friend.
I mean,
But you know what happened there. That's where Calliope was attacked.
Yet it's not where she died, Grace, is it?
So because she made it all the way to my apartment, we shouldn't care why she was bleeding to death along the way.
You think our judgment was rash?
that you are diverting from the question.
In truth, I worried that giving you time, letting us all get to know you, would make it harder in the end.
You are avoiding the question,
sorry,
Athena.
Grace. You may not believe it, but I care deeply. I care about what happens to you and to all the idols.
Oh.
Do you really? Let's explore where all that caring has gotten them, shall we? You're holding on with a grip so tight, your knuckles are turning white. But that's not enough, is it? Every idol I've met is either lost or broken, or both. They're all slipping through your fingers. If you actually cared about them, you'd do something about it instead of sitting up here worrying about your precious rules.
Uh-oh.
Zeus was the first to leave.
Oh.
King of the gods. And we don't even know what became of him.
Oh, so that's his
Vanished
crown.
into the ether.
That's Zeus's
Poseidon
crown,
was
not
next.
Ares.
Walked out into the seas, never to be heard from again. Ares betrayed us. Hephaestus saved us.
Hades was murdered.
And by one of our own. The list goes on.
So now we know what happened to the big three. Zeus just vanished into the atmosphere, apparently. Poseidon walked into the ocean, never to be seen again, and Hades was murdered. The god of the dead was murdered. That's some irony. Okay. I don't know. I suppose it really does depend on, like, your view of things, because the biggest of the big three is usually classed as Zeus. Although, in my opinion, it is Hades. But, yeah. Hades is the eldest, technically speaking. That is true. Okay.
So you add to it. I show up and you kill me off because you can't be too careful.
We are dying, Grace. I don't mean diminishing or drifting apart.
Ding dong. Who's ding donging me?
mean
What?
Our immortality
Thank you,
is
Cross.
disappearing.
Thank you for the follow,
Very
my friend,
soon
and
now.
welcome to the stream.
the idols will be no more. We are a
Oh.
legacy that spans millennia, dating back to the very dawn of humankind. So yes, I care. I will do anything and everything in my power to avoid that fate, even if it appears unfair.
You know, it's too bad. I've been an
I'm
idol
still
for
on the
5
blue.
minutes, and I've been out there solving problems you've all wrestled with for how long now? I could have helped you, Athena. I could have helped all of you. But you don't see that, do you? You're so busy holding on to what you have. You can't see what you're throwing away.
I know we've put a great deal on your shoulders, Grace. I do. All I called you here to ask is that you please not make my job more difficult than it already is. If you have any other questions or concerns, now's the time to bring them up.
I don't want to discuss Medusa. I want to discuss Medusa with Persephone, because I think Persephone can help.
Who has access to the reliquary? Is it anyone with a key, or...
Does it matter? You gained access, so clearly it is not difficult to get. Speaking of which, I don't suppose you'll tell me who gave you that key.
The same person gave it to me, who gave it to Calliope.
And who gave it to Calliope then? I see.
What do you know of Pan?
Pan? That's not a name I expected to hear. Been sniffing around you, has he?
I have some suspicions, and I'm curious to hear your thoughts.
Pan lurks at the edges because he likes it there, seeking out whatever profit he thinks he can get away with. Avoid him, dear, or he'll stick to you like gum to the bottom of your shoe.
Okay. Okay. Do we actually discuss Medusa? Because I kind of want to know more, but at the same time, I don't want to let on, because, like, Medusa's been actually kind of nice, generally speaking. Yeah, she has a bit of an addiction to turning people to stone, but that's not bad. It is bad, but... yeah, don't rat Medusa. Yeah, no, I agree, honestly.
Speaking of the reliquary, you went there, right? Once Hecate told you what happened?
Yeah, I was not impressed by the delay.
If you had known about that, the night Calliope died, would it have made a difference?
The chances are exceedingly small that you attacked her there, it's true. Yet, Calliope was weakened, which made her more vulnerable prey for an enterprising mortal. One she knew. Perhaps the incidents are connected, perhaps not. I cannot afford the risk of uncertainty, Grace. I'm sorry.
Okay.
I guess I'll get back to my investigation.
I am rooting for you, Grace. If there's another way to resolve this, any way at all, I will take it.
Will you? Really?
Good luck. Feel free to take a cookie on your way out.
That owl is gonna fucking kill me if I take a cookie. That owl wants to murder me. I know it. I know it.
Don't take it personally, Grace.
Oh,
Athena's
hi,
first instinct
Persephone.
is to follow the rules whenever things get rough. As if she believes that if the idols don't blindly follow every rule to the letter, we'll dissolve into utter chaos.
Well, is she right?
Probably.
Do you think she's telling the truth? About the idols dying out?
I'm not sure. I mean, if it is true, why hasn't she told the rest of the chorus?
It sounds like she doesn't trust you.
Well, the feeling is mutual. At any rate, I'm afraid we're going to have to disappoint her again.
Uh-oh. What now?
You need to go back to the reliquary, Grace.
Oh god, I bet I know why.
Let me guess. To figure out why Calliope went there in the first place.
Exactly.
It's the only piece of the puzzle we're missing. Calliope went there because she had a plan. But what plan?
If she left clues behind, wouldn't Hecate have found them already?
That's a really good question.
We can't ask Calliope what her plan was. But you might be able to remember what she was doing there.
Her memories? But I thought...
That it will take years, yes. But if you go somewhere important to Calliope, or touch something special to her, you'll get flashes, feelings.
You want Grace to go to the reliquary so she can have deja vu?
I'm willing to wager the place Calliope met her fate has left its mark in Grace's psyche. We have only to uncover it.
Okay.
Last time Freddy and I were there, Hecate wouldn't let us into the reliquary. Not without Athena's permission.
I'm certainly not suggesting we ask Athena for permission.
Then you mean...
A week ago, I would have said breaking into the reliquary was impossible. Yet it appears Hecate can be surprised. If her book says she will be.
Let's hope the book says that again, I guess.
Unless you've some other plan. I'm all ears, as they say.
Well, the reliquary does have alarms.
What about the alarms? I'm not eager to have Asterion chasing me through the fog.
Calliope snuck in without setting off any alarms. At least at first.
Well, I'll be following in Calliope's footsteps, won't I? What if I follow the wrong footstep and set them off?
Then they discover you and we apologize profusely.
Will not be a good look, though, just saying.
Okay, let's do
Right
it.
then. Back to the reliquary it is.
Any idea how you want to do this, Grace? Because I'm game to help.
Cool. I'm sure we can figure something out.
Oh, hello.
I can't go in with you. Hecate would sense me right away. I will, however, stay close by. If anything happens, I'll come. Hecate won't stop me. The Minotaur won't stop me.
I think we've made an impression.
That's great to know, but I'll try not to make it necessary.
Ugh, can we just get on with this?
Freddy's just like, please stop flirting. Into the shipping container. Okay, so we have a choice. We sneak in the back way. We are honest with Hecate. Or we get Freddy to distract Hecate. Now, I'm gonna be honest, I think Hecate and Freddy would distract each other for hours, but I am not certain that it would be a good idea to let Freddy into the reliquary again. Because we have been informed very pointedly that she's not allowed in. Thanatos has not been mentioned in this game yet, Rockethead. Neither has Zagreus, either. We know what's happened. We kind of know what happened to Ares, but we don't actually know what happened to Ares because we don't know where he's gone. We know what happened to Zeus, Hades, and Poseidon now. We don't know who killed Hades, but I'm sure Athena knows at this point. Okay, I think we sneak in the back way because I think that's how... Well, that's me. I like to sneak. And also I think that's how Calliope got in.
Wait, are you sure this is right? Was that the right door?
You're asking me like I'm supposed to know?
It just feels like we're back outside again. Maybe that was some kind of portal or...
That's a lot of books. That's an
Or
extraordinary...
maybe we're right
amount of
where we're
books.
supposed to be.
We should be careful.
Then we should be careful. Remember what the Minotaur said? Alarms. Magical defenses.
None of which killed Calliope, we think. But sure, I hear you.
How do we avoid getting lost? It's like a labyrinth.
Oh, it is a labyrinth, but I've never had any trouble finding
Hi,
my way
Asterion.
around. Hey, easy. Whoa, whoa, whoa. All right, no need to freak out. I'm a guardian, sure, but I'm not a monster. But, yeah, you know you're not supposed to be in here, right?
Oh. Ooh, I want to go blue. I want to go blue, but oh, fuck. Sneaky.
Didn't Hecate tell you? She gave us permission to look around.
Kate said that. Huh. Then why are you using the back way?
We wanted to see where it would lead.
Yeah, you mentioned it last time, so we just had to check it out.
You can come with us if you like, to make sure we don't touch anything.
I need to bring you back to Kate. I'm so sorry.
Oh, time to run.
Oh no. Hey, come back! Oi, come back!
Sorry, Asterion. I'm really sorry.
Okay. I don't hear anything. I think I'm all right. I hope Freddy's okay. She better be.
Maybe I should have
First
sent
things
Freddy to
first,
distract Hecate.
How do I do this? Where do I even start? Calliope must have been here. She could have stood in this very spot. Maybe if I just focus.
Oh. Hello. Hi. Yes. Follow the ghost of Calliope. As she stop motions her way through the world. Oh. Well, this place looks interesting.
Yeah, it's weird. Like, I've definitely been here before.
Wait, is that Poseidon's trident?
Is this an armory, too?
Well, we know it's a reliquary. This is... Oh, this must be one of the,
Freddy, are you out there? Can you hear me? What am I doing? All that'll do is tell everyone where I am.
The instrument.
Is that a weapon? A musical instrument? Maybe it's both.
Medusa is canon. Maybe some of the other monster types are, like the Furies? Yeah. I mean... The Furies would be under Persephone's control, though, technically speaking. Because they're underworld, technically. So, if anything, the Furies would probably be like Persephone's bouncers or something. If they're even, like, still around, is the question. The scroll.
I don't even know what language that is.
Ooh, no, we suddenly got the option for the mirror. Okay, let's take a look at the mirror.
This is it. Calliope was here. She was standing right here. And she...
Hi. If we touch the mirror, we get stabbed, right? Or, like, alarms go off?
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
don't suppose there's any chance you'll put those knives away.
Interesting. You're...
Okay, then.
Yeah, no, they don't have voice boxes, I don't think. They're a form of statue by the looks of it. What?
What's happening? Why didn't it work?
I mean, they're just marble. At a wild guess, I'd say. Except, wait, no, none of the alarms have gone off. Oh, hi, Freddy.
Oh. Grace?
Yeah, time to go. Time to go.
Freddy! We've got to run. My powers don't work on them. They just keep coming.
Freddy? What the fuck are you doing?
No, I won't let you.
Oh, shit. Freddy? What the what the
Freddy!
Huh. That's not good. No, this doesn't feel right.
Oh, God. Oh, God, Freddy.
No, this...
By the gods. You summoned the Furies. What? Those beings were the Furies.
Oh,
Beyond
shit.
all our laws. Not idols, but the embodiment of retribution. How did you draw them here? I didn't. There was a big mirror, but I didn't even touch it. There is only one mirror of which you could be speaking. That used by the goddess Nyx to contact the Fates. Using the mirror would not have brought the Furies down upon you. Not unless the Fates themselves decreed it.
Yeah, no, you need to help
What
Freddy.
brought them? They killed Freddy. You need to help her. I have no power over life and death, Grace. None of us have that.
Well,
this was
shit.
no defense or spell of the reliquaries. I do not have the power to summon the Furies, and I know none who do. You should consider yourself fortunate, Grace. They do not desist until retribution has been exacted. But now is when you leave. Pray the knowledge you obtained was worth the price.
I think I should have sent Freddy to...
No, I'm not leaving Freddy. Not like this. All this magic. There has to be something. Don't tell me there's no way to undo this.
Come. There's nothing more to be done.
Holy shit. Okay. I should have sent Freddy to distract Hecate, I think, but maybe that would have ended the same way. Finished Act 2. Okay. Oh boy. That's not good.
I'm sorry it came to this, Grace. It's clear what your friend meant to you.
I didn't expect her to come with me.
It should have been me, not her.
Don't say that.
This was my fight, my problem. I'm already slated to die. If anyone paid the price,
Your friend gave you the chance to not repeat history. Don't waste it. Grace, is that how Calliope died? Was she also attacked by the Furies? Do you remember?
Yeah. She meant to use the mirror, but she never had the chance before they came.
No doubt sent by the same person. Perhaps for the same reason.
Who can command the Furies?
Who could send the Furies after me? Even Hecate had no idea who possessed that kind of power.
No one does, not these days. Hecate herself would have been my guess. Zeus might have, in his role as king of old Olympus, but he is long gone.
Clearly someone can do it.
Unless they weren't summoned. They could have been responding to something you did unwittingly, something Calliope also did. And what that could be? I'm afraid I have no clue.
Wait, what was...
If the Furies are so powerful, why did they stop? They just stabbed Freddy and left.
They're not assassins, Grace. They exist to punish. They demanded blood, and blood was taken. It didn't need to be yours.
So if Freddy hadn't interfered...
They wouldn't have rested, not ever, until they had their due.
What are the Furies? They didn't seem like people.
Think of them as forces of nature, but an aspect mortals rarely encounter. They're older than any idol. They were created to enforce the ancient laws.
There are ancient laws now?
Well, there were. Laws even the idols had to obey, from the earliest days of old Olympus. Even if they still existed and you'd broken one, we would all know. These are not petty crimes one stumbles into.
I know Calliope was there to use the mirror, but it was just feeling. I still don't understand why.
There's only one use for that mirror, to speak to the Fates.
Yeah, okay, but why?
The Fates know all that is or will be. Destiny is theirs to command, or so it's said. One contacts them either to know one's fate, or to change it. Not that the Fates are likely to oblige.
Can these Fates really control the future?
They control the fate of all beings. I imagine it's they who give Apollo his powers, and they who write Hecate's books.
So someone really didn't want Calliope messing with them.
Or you, it seems.
Could it have been the Fates? Maybe they don't like being called on now for anything.
They're not known to be vindictive. If they don't want to answer, they simply won't.
Hey, Alexandrios. Super short TLDR. Everybody's dying. I guess, like, that 2-word TLDR is everybody's dying. Let's see. No, I'll give you a little more than that. So, at the beginning of this stream, we went to Aphrodite's party. Aphrodite died and became a new Aphrodite. Apparently, we will eventually get back the memories of Calliope, but that'll take years. We spoke to Athena, who told us that apparently immortality is slowly becoming a forgotten thing, or like immortality is ending. And then we went back to the reliquary, and apparently the thing that killed Calliope is the Furies. Also, Freddy is dead now as well. That might have been my fault. Because I brought her with me instead of sending her to entertain Hecate, but it's very possible that she would have died anyway. So...
I don't know what to do. We still have no idea why Calliope wanted to talk to the Fates.
Well, there is another way to ask them.
I wondered how long that would take. Hecate
Hi,
is
Apollo.
enraged. She's threatened to close off the reliquary entirely and forever. Athena is beside herself.
How long have you been standing there?
Long enough. You just had to keep pushing, didn't you? Until you got what you wanted.
This isn't about me. We're out of options, Apollo, and you know there's only one other way to contact the Fates.
Oh, how convenient.
Wait, what's this about some other way? What are you talking about, Persephone?
May I explain it to Grace, or do you have another option, Apollo? If so, now's the time. I thought not.
No, we broke into the
Fates will
reliquary
respond
again.
to the ruler of Hades, the true underworld and realm of the dead. What I propose is that we go there and take back the throne that was stripped from me.
Wait, what?
Is that something we can do? Just go to the land of the dead and, overthrow it?
Truth be told, there isn't much to overthrow. Few mortals still believe in Hades, and thus its halls have been nearly empty for eons.
So how do you...
The throne itself is the key, both symbolically and literally. Claim it, and Hades is yours.
But you can't claim it because you're barred from Hades.
By a rule that we would need to break were we to do this, yes.
So if we go to Hades and, find your throne, how much trouble would that get us into, exactly?
A great deal.
It's not as if Athena could execute Grace a second time.
But she's already been warned about breaking more rules.
The responsibility of this will be mine. Let Athena try to take my throne again.
Okay.
How do we get to Hades? Do we need a key, like the reliquary?
Athena took my key, and the entrance at Lake Avernus was sealed long ago, which leaves only Hermes.
They won't take you.
They might, if you ask them to. Then why did you come, Apollo? To gloat? To wish Grace well? Or to actually help? Get us there. I'll lead us to the throne, and Grace can speak with the Fates. It's simple.
Is Apollo right? Is this something you planned all along, Persephone?
Meaning what? What, that I knew what would occur at the reliquary? Perhaps you think I'm the one who unleashed the Furies upon you.
You've waited for this opportunity for over a century.
Waited, yes. Bided my time. And the moment has arrived.
But that's not why you originally agreed to help me?
No, that's not why.
I believe her.
Oh, it's another crazy plan, right?
Grace.
I know, but there's no point in stopping now, is there?
I can't. I'm sorry, but this is a step too far.
And consider this, Apollo. Grace's mortal friend was slain by the Furies, according to the old laws.
Her soul is in Hades.
Oh. Wait, what? But isn't Hades empty?
You said Hades was empty.
Your friend may, in fact, be the first new soul to enter its halls in many years.
And thus could leave it. Fine. I'll get you into Hades. But I'm not going with you.
If
You
that's
got
what
it,
you
Apollo.
prefer, by all means.
Holy shit. So Freddy might not actually
Get
be
this
dead.
over with.
That makes sense. Because... yeah.
Shall I wait here, or...
No. I'm not gonna lie to them. Hermes has always treated me fairly.
Oh, hey, if it isn't Apollo and Grace and, Persephone. Wow, the whole gang, huh?
I'm afraid I have to call in that favor. I need you to take Grace and Persephone to Hades.
Oh, man, I don't know. Athena specifically said I wasn't supposed to take anyone, you know? No matter what.
This is pointless. They're never gonna help us, Apollo.
Can I ask what's going on? Nobody ever tells me anything, and you want me to get in huge trouble, but for what?
It's the only way to find out why Calliope was trying to contact the Fates.
The Fates?
There's something going on, Hermes. I'm at the edge of it, but without the Fates, I'll never know the truth.
And that means going to Hades, with or without Athena's permission.
I don't want to lie, so... Oh! Okay, we're going in through the boot of a car!
You sure?
Yeah, feels like the right thing.
Be careful, Grace. And remember, the underworld doesn't give up its shades without a price.
I think I can tell her the rules, Apollo. Let's go.
Yep, we're going in through the boot of a car, why not? Welcome to Hades, everybody.
Welcome to the real underworld.
Holy shit.
Wow.
Fields of Asphodel. Looks like it's
feels
modelled
so
on Greece.
Empty.
Athens, specifically.
So lonely.
It's not completely empty. Neither is the throne, for that matter. A bitter
Yes.
shade named Orpheus has been squatting on it since my exile. I fully expect he'll be waiting for us.
Wait, Orpheus is the king of hell right now? Or the king of Hades?
Who is this Orpheus? The name sounds familiar.
It should. His is a popular tale among mortals regarding how he once came to the underworld to retrieve his love, Eurydice, and left with nothing. Hades tricked him, you see, and with Hades dead, the blame has evidently fallen to me.
So he's not a fan of yours?
He is not a fan, no. Not that it matters.
As a note, the DLC for this game is all about Orpheus. So, we about to fuck shit up. And the DLC is the result, I think. Orpheus and Hermes, yes.
You didn't think to mention earlier that the throne was occupied?
She
Because
did.
it's irrelevant. Orpheus isn't an idol. He's just an angry little man clinging to an existence that doesn't want him any longer.
And what are we supposed to do? Organize an armed resistance? Challenge him to a duel?
That's
Second
what
one.
you're here for.
I'm gonna fight him?
No,
you'll
we're
see.
going to... It's going to be a battle of the bands kind of situation.
Okay, so there's an angry ghost sitting on your throne. Anything else about this trip you've neglected to mention?
Come. It's time to cross the Styx.
Oh, we're going to meet Charon. Or Charon, depending on who you're talking to. Or Sharon, depending on, again, who you're talking to. I prefer Charon. C-H-A-R-O-N.
The ferryman will come soon. As we are not dead, you will need to convince him you are worthy of passage. State your case clearly and with determination.
You got it. Oh. Hi. Big man.
I am Persephone, also known as Despoina and Core Sotiera, once queen of the underworld, and shall be again. No, Corone, I did not bring you any cards. I am not here to entertain you.
I like Charon. I like him.
Hey there. I'm Grace, Idol and last of the Muses. Is that enough?
Of course she's a muse. Why would she lie about such a thing? He says he's always liked the Muses, and that you're very pretty.
Thanks, Karen.
No, she didn't. Neither of us brought games to play with you, Corone. Stop asking.
Has he, always been like this?
Once he was as grim as the grave itself. Time has clearly eroded his gravitas.
Oh.
And it appears I'll have to find Cerberus as he's gotten himself lost. Wonderful.
Oh, Corone.
Let's get underway, Corone.
Charon.
It's a long ride to the throne room.
He's been here for so long. He just wants to play a game of cards. He just wants to play a game of chess. Oh, are we getting a number? There's no music.
I wouldn't touch that.
Oh, no, there we go.
Way too much for you. Overload you. Blow a fuse. Every story. Every memory winds up here in the water. I used to dream that this river would rise, swallow the anger, tears in my eyes. Then suddenly I was found alone. I destroyed Hades, but was denied his throne.
Ilia's dead here, isn't it?
Persephone killed Hades.
She needs her queen.
We're here for Freddy, too.
I killed the king fair and square. They had no right to take his
Okay, well now we know who killed Hades.
It wasn't your fault. There was no right or wrong. It wasn't your fault. You didn't belong.
Holy
If
shit.
my life was stolen, I wouldn't know where to turn. Candle isn't finished. It's a slow burn.
Oh, there's Orpheus.
Someone's coming. There's music floating through. Someone's coming. And it has me singing too. We have visitors. I think we all know what to do. To the throne room. This bard's about to meet a muse.
There's someone singing with us.
That would be Orpheus.
Is he a muse?
Oh, he's so much more than that.
Someone's
I didn't belong here,
wolf is waiting in the
but that throne belongs to me. No one deserves
I
it.
can feel them howling at the
More
moon.
than I forget why we came here.
There's a name here
I won't forget,
that reeks
but you
of
can
an
bet he
enemy.
knows someone's coming.
It's about
happened to the music?
I
Of
have
course.
been waiting for you, Persephone, for so long. And you brought a muse. Hi. Lovely tune, by the way. Can't remember the last time I collaborated with someone so talented. No offense, Benny.
Oh, poor Benny.
Let me treat you to a song. A welcome gift. I have the floor. It is mine, after all. Muse. Any requests? Questions?
Are you really that good?
Do, down, out, loop it. I wouldn't say that I'm good.
Oh no.
I'm great. I wouldn't say that my timing's perfect. I wouldn't say that I'm late. But you can
Oh,
say
you're a
the
disaster.
best it's ever been. The best you've ever seen.
Oh, you're a disaster.
And I haven't even really sung a single word.
I think I chose poorly.
Okay, just getting a gauge. Not your thing? Try again. Another request?
What's your problem with Persephone?
Do, 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 loop it. Do, do, do.
Oh god.
I didn't do what I was told, didn't know that it was all a game. I didn't think that he would do it. Then Eurydice was gone. And Persephone, you stood right beside him and said, what a shame. He was always gonna kill her and you knew it. And I never got to have my revenge. My pain never ends. I see you now. Persephone won't turn my back. Won't turn my back on you again.
It wasn't your fault. How are you to react? It wasn't your fault. Now there's no turning back.
Thanks, Benny.
If my love was taken, I wouldn't know where to turn. Your candle isn't finished. It's a slow burn.
This tete-a-tete is over. If he's the victim, what am I?
Queen, let's not lose our composure. The muse understands.
Well, I won't comply. I'd rather die. The throne was stolen. After I murdered the king, you should be grateful and thank me for everything. And yet you scream like a boy. You kick the ground. I was a slave.
Eurydice is gone because you did nothing.
Orpheus, there was nothing I could do.
I saw your whispers, poison behind your king.
Wasn't me.
If I cannot have my revenge, you're the next best thing.
His bark is louder than anyone's bite, and he's no match for your godly might.
You're right. Killing is so unbecoming.
That's never stopped you before.
I did what I had to, Bard.
As do I, my former queen. As do I.
It wasn't your fault. You were never to blame. Hades was a monster. We were a part of his game. Orpheus, where's your fire? When will the music return?
The candle isn't finished. It's a slow burn.
It's a slow burn. It's a slow burn.
That throne doesn't belong to you, and you know it.
If I didn't do what I was told, I'd be dragged across the palace floor. Hades can't hurt us anymore. But Eurydice still gone.
apology, but I assure you nothing more. For deep down you know that there's no revenge.
The pain never ends.
The pain never ends.
There's no revenge.
This was never gonna end the way you wanted to. And I won't turn my back. I won't turn my back on you again.
I had forgotten how sweet a melody could be. Such thoughts become clouded in this place. Forgive me, my lady of the night.
An empty chair for an empty kingdom.
Could reshape it. I don't feel like green is correct here, to be honest.
Still think it's worth taking?
I do, actually. I can only hope that somewhere Hades can see me, sitting on his chair.
Now for the bad
I'm
news.
guessing now's when you break the bad news. Am I right?
You knew?
I suspected. Now I know. I'd still like to hear it, though.
I lied. Even if we could find Freddy, you couldn't bring her back. The laws of death are not so easily circumvented.
Yeah, I thought as much.
They will not help you or anyone. Even if you could speak to them, they will not care. And never have.
I suspected.
I suspected as much. I mean, if it was so easy, why didn't Orpheus bring back Eurydice?
Indeed.
Was this your plan the entire time? Right from when you first offered to help me?
I hoped. So, in part, yes.
Oh, no. No. We can't. Fuck. It's got a little heartbreak symbol on it. Oh, no. Yeah, no, that fits.
You know, for a moment, I thought you actually cared about me. Just a little bit.
Grace,
But you don't, do you? Not about me, not about Calliope, not about anything.
At the very least, I had hoped we might find your friend's spirit.
Why? We can't bring her back.
Not without great sacrifice, no. No, the rules of death are clear. Yet, you might have spoken to her. I know what it's like not to get the chance to say goodbye.
Hey.
Hey, Freddy.
Freddy, you're here?
Yeah, I've actually been watching you since you arrived. It's not like there's much else going on. Fred, no, don't even start, Grace. I made my decision. I don't regret it one bit.
You shouldn't even have been there. I never should have gotten you involved.
Hey, no. You didn't get me involved. I got myself involved.
And look what happened.
I got to be the hero of the story. Just for one shining moment. How cool is that?
This isn't a story, Fred.
Huh? You're wrong. It is a story. And you need to finish it. Without me. Hey, no.
I guess this is it, huh?
Almost. I found someone while I was down here. Someone you really need to meet.
Holy shit! How?
Calliope? This... You can't be real. Your soul is inside Grace.
My Eidolon is inside Grace. The rest of me... I'm here, Persephone.
This is real.
I guess you two were better acquainted than you said. Huh, Persephone?
We parted ways years ago. Persephone couldn't take my lectures any longer.
I'd take them now. I miss them.
No, you don't. Think about how bitterly we argued at the end. Don't blame yourself. Not when there are so many fond memories to cherish instead.
I don't get it. I thought the Eidolon was Calliope's soul. But if that's true, then...
The Eidolon is what makes us an idol, but it's not our soul. Each of us adds a piece to it as it passes on.
But what about the memories?
The memories are but a reflection. And after the Eidolon is passed on, old memories become a reflection of a reflection. That's why the idols have forgotten so much. You knew this truth once, Persephone. Long ago.
Very possibly, Ed.
We need to know what happened to you, Calliope. How did you die?
Why didn't you come to me? If you were in trouble, I would have protected you.
I know you would have. But I couldn't let you be drawn into Apollo's prophecy as well.
Oh.
Apollo's prophecy?
He didn't tell you? No. I don't suppose he could have. It's a long story.
You don't mean to say that Apollo is responsible for your death, right? But his prophecy is.
Yes. It said I needed to die.
Someone else knew about the prophecy. Athena.
No.
Then she sent the Furies after me when I went to the reliquary. I barely escaped. I fled back to the mortal world. To you.
Ah. So it is Athena. I thought as much. I was very suspicious. She's a very suspicious lady.
Apollo hates using his power. Why would he have given a prophecy to Athena?
Because she demanded it. She was desperate.
How did you even find out?
Apollo was horrified after he delivered the prophecy, and he refused to stay silent. And he came to warn me. He was torn. Telling me meant I was locked into it. I still think he did the right thing. Though I expect he disagrees.
What was the prophecy? Surely I need to hear it.
If I tell you,
you'll be locked into it, just like me.
But the prophecy doesn't just say you have to die. There's more to it, right? They always require interpretation.
Apollo told Athena that. He begged her not to jump to conclusions, but maybe she was right.
It doesn't just involve you, does it? It involves me. It must, or you wouldn't hesitate.
Athena wanted to know if there was a way to save the idols. The answer was this. The idols cannot continue so long as the last muse lives.
And I'm the last muse.
And now you know the prophecy.
Why did you go to the reliquary? We know about the mirror, but...
You wanted to annul the prophecy.
And the Fates are the only ones who could, if they would even help me. I doubted it, but I was desperate. I never got the chance to ask. Someone told Athena where I was going, and she must have realized what I meant to do.
But how did she get the Furies to attack you? They aren't pets. You didn't break any of the old laws.
I don't know. Maybe it's something the ruler of the idols can do. But you'd have to ask Athena.
You went to Pan for the key to the reliquary, right?
Yes. He's the reason I knew about Nyx's mirror, actually. He told me about it long ago.
He told Medusa where you went. She, I expect, told Athena.
Oh. Pan couldn't have known what it would mean. I didn't explain.
That's it. You forgive him, just like that.
I'm sure he feels guilty enough, my love.
Oh, that's fair.
Why come to me? Of all the places you could have run to, why come to my apartment?
Because I was dying.
But I couldn't save you. I barely even knew you.
I was wandering the streets that night, wondering if I should go to the reliquary or just flee. And I heard you singing. I followed you home after to see where you lived. I didn't know what would happen to me, but I thought, just in case, I knew I had to hold out until I reached you.
None of this is Calliope's fault.
I don't blame you, in case you're wondering.
You don't?
You didn't ask for all this to happen. You did the best you could, Calliope.
Thank you for saying that, Grace. Truly.
Now we know the truth.
Now we know the whole truth.
We need to confront Athena. Apollo, too, for not telling us what she'd done.
If he had, Grace would have been locked into the same fate as Calliope.
We don't know that.
I have to go back. And I have no idea what will happen. None of this seems real.
Oh, we've got a song coming in.
So many years of history, the fights, the highs, the miseries. I'm so proud of you, but it's time to go. I never truly saw before how trapped we were, so far from shore. Great at the time, but it's time to go. It's time to go. Deep choose this, and I know you'll get by. It's time. So many years of history, the fights, the highs, the miseries. I'm so proud, Grace.
Freddie, I gave everything to watch you go. I know. Now it's time to go.
It's time to go.
I feel like if we'd taken the romance route for Freddy, this would have been a lot more impactful. But it's not non-impactful, I will say.
And I see Freddy isn't with you. I'm so sorry, Grace. Did you at least get to speak to the Fates?
No.
Then what happened?
You found
We
Calliope.
found Calliope.
Calliope, but her Eidolon is inside you. How
It
could...
doesn't work like that. The Eidolon is only a part of an idol. The rest just...
Calliope told us what happened. The prophecy. How you warned her. How you've been lying to us. You knew. You knew the truth this entire time. Even when you said you were helping Grace.
Yes. Yes, I did.
You were trying to protect me, right? You didn't want me to share Calliope's fate?
I thought I could nudge you in the right direction. Help you find the truth without learning about the prophecy.
Well, you failed. We know it now.
Then it's done. You're locked into it.
Isn't the prophecy open to interpretation? Couldn't you be wrong about how it ends?
When am I not wrong, Grace?
That's right. Leave. It's what you're best at. I don't know how this will affect your trial. We could tell them what we've learned. Even without proof, it makes enough sense that Athena couldn't just brush it off. But if she believes you need to die in order to save the idols, if she truly believes that, it won't matter what anyone says.
Does there still need to be a trial? If we go to Athena privately, maybe we could work out some kind of deal.
She won't make a deal. All that will afford her is a chance to kill you before the trial.
She tried that once already.
And your friend died as a result. No, it's a clever thought, but Athena needs to be challenged in front of everyone. I intend to keep my promise. We go to the trial and I'll help you, even if it means overthrowing Athena. Calliope would approve.
But what about...
Just so you understand, our chances aren't good. I suggest you do whatever necessary to prepare.
Great.
Well, I think the idols can't survive while the last muse lives, right? I think that wording is very up to interpretation. And I think the result will be interesting, but we'll find that out soon enough, I'm sure. I want to go speak to Pan first.
Pan? Are you here? Pan!
Oh.
All right then. Guess I'll just head off.
I thought you didn't want to see me anymore. You're not here to yell at me, are you?
I just wanted to talk.
Oh. Now you've got my ears quivering, Grace. Whatever could we have to discuss?
I know you weren't behind Calliope's murder.
Oh, then you've learned something, haven't you? Something not exactly pleasant. I see. Isn't that always the way? Tell you what, Grace. Let's indulge in one last transaction. Relay what you've learned, and I'll see if I have any advice to offer.
Okay. Pan is like a trickster god, technically speaking, but he's not necessarily bad. Yes, I do like that idea though, Ed. I am going to tell him everything.
Okay, where do I begin?
Well, of course it was Athena.
Wait, you knew?
No, how could I?
So what now?
Let the prophecy play out.
Huh?
Let it play out. It doesn't say the last muse will die. Just that she must for the idols to continue. Perhaps the idols shouldn't continue. Seems reasonable enough.
Ed! Pan's literally saying what you're saying!
I doubt Athena would agree. Or many of the other idols, for that matter.
Yes, well, if history says anything about the idols, it's that we're a bunch of reactionaries who make poor decisions. Frankly, change is long overdue. Continuing on as we have been isn't appealing, and I doubt I'm the only one who thinks so. I'm rather looking forward to the trial now. How exciting.
Yep, that sounds about right. Honestly, I expected that much. I think we'll go Persephone last.
Oh, it's you. Paul comes in, mopier than his usual mopey self, and won't say a word about why. But of course, it's you.
Look, I know you care about Apollo. I'm not here to hurt him.
Uh-huh, yeah. And, why should I believe you?
Because I know he did what he did with the best of intentions.
That does sound like him, yeah. I guess I can go ask him if he wants to talk to you. Don't be surprised if he says no, though.
It's all right, Oracle. I think Grace and I need a moment alone, if you please.
Oh, sure. Don't mind me. It's not like I was in the middle of anything.
I like Oracle.
I didn't mean for it to end up this way.
I know. It's okay, Apollo. You have to stop torturing yourself over this.
I wanted you to find out about Athena without learning the prophecy.
I mean, we kind of knew for the most part.
I was relieved when you chose Persephone, even though I was worried she might lead you astray. When I first became Apollo, I was so sure I could help people. Help the world. I ignored the warnings.
So Apollo is a reincarnation.
You have no idea how many lives I ruined before I stopped. I never should have given in to Athena. This one time, I thought that maybe it will be different.
You don't know everything, Apollo. Half the problem is that you and every other idol thinks they do.
What do you mean?
Trying to prevent the prophecy is what's making it come true.
So you want to, what, stop trying?
Maybe.
I hope you can forgive me, Grace.
There's nothing to forgive, Apollo. You did what you could for a friend. You didn't owe me anything.
I guess all that remains is the trial. Whatever happens, Grace, I'll be standing right there by you.
Yeah, I mean, I kind of suspected that Apollo had more... Like, he knew more about it than he ever let on. It made sense. But also, like... Athena was sus from day one. Her entire thing was, oh, she must die. It's like, okay, it's kind of weird. Well, let's go see Persephone.
Did you forget something, Grace?
It felt like we hadn't quite finished our conversation.
It seemed pretty finished to me. What more is there to discuss?
How about you? Are you okay?
Oh, I am many miles from okay, Grace.
Don't you want to talk about it?
Calliope would not have approved of the way I acted. But then she seldom did. It was so good to see her in Hades. To have her say she forgives me. I just wish it were as easy to forgive myself.
You could apologize, you know. We could start over, from square one.
Apologizing really isn't my style, Grace.
Stranger things have happened.
Fine, fine. I'm sorry. There, you have it. Are you satisfied?
It's a start.
Is it any easier out there? Do you miss being immortal, Grace?
Eventually I will.
Eventually I will. I'll always wonder what I might have become.
I never gave it a second thought before. Now I wonder.
Okay. To the auditorium. Yeah, no, I get the feeling that Freddy's death is either it's very much scripted or Calliope shows up anyway. But I don't know. Oh, here we go. Well, no, this is the auditorium, never mind. Not sure where the trial is being put on. It's a canon event. Thank you, Alexandrius. There we have it.
So this is it. All your new friends have lied to you, but somehow they're gonna get you through the trial, right? I wish Freddy were here.
Yeah, it's very much a canon event. Oh, hello.
Like a boat lost at sea with no sails, not a breeze. I am drifting cold waters, no star to be seen. I'll embrace the fire as it burns deep inside, bright enough to guide me, an ocean defied. But as I burn, they've all turned away one by one. In the end, am I alone? Like a boat lost at sea, with no sails, no breeze. I am drifting cold water, no star to be seen. In your heart, we remain. You do not sail in vain. In my heart, you remain. I do not sail in vain.
Okay, here we go.
The chair is empty.
Hello?
The owl is gone.
Oh, Grace, there you are. Everyone is already waiting for you on Olympus.
Care to explain how this is supposed to work? I don't exactly have an itinerary.
How this works is, you follow us.
Hey, Barry. Yeah, not the best time for jokes. Yeah, something's off. And also, the owl is gone, which worries me.
Welcome to Old Olympus, dear.
Oh, Old Olympus. Oh, there's the owl. Wait.
Is this a real place?
It's the memory of a real place, which for us is the same thing.
No, the owl is Zeus, isn't it?
Let's begin, shall we?
Brothers, sisters, everyone, look around you. We few who remain fled to this new land to escape the war, but we are not out of danger. I waited to tell you until I was certain, and now I am. The idols are dying. It will not be long before even our immortality deserts us. The time for extreme measures has arrived.
No, I don't think Zeus is cosplaying as an owl, Ed. I think Athena trapped him in the form of an owl. I think Athena has, like, imprisoned Zeus.
And you'll be the
one deciding which of those extreme measures is implemented, right? You and no one else.
When has there ever been anyone else? Each of you is here because I brought you here. I protected you. I carved out this space in a strange land so we could survive.
I mean,
I'm at
she
this
controls
trial
the
to
Furies.
tell you that, as always, I will look out for you. I will save you. Trust in me, Pallas Athena, daughter of Zeus and leader of the chorus, and I will do anything it takes to keep you all alive.
You'll do anything? Tell them. Let them know what that anything includes. Tell them about the prophecy Apollo gave you, and how you've interpreted it. The idols cannot continue so long as the last muse lives. Isn't that how it goes?
It's true.
We spoke to Calliope in Hades. She told us how you sent the Furies after her.
You couldn't have.
Yes, I could. There's more to an idol than just the eidolon. Maybe you even knew that once, but you've forgotten it, just like all the idols have. You don't know everything, Athena.
No, I do not accept this. You are lying.
You're the one who's been lying. Or would you like to explain to the idols how you murdered Calliope based on a vague prophecy? Tell them.
Ooh, we go against we do.
Yes, it's me.
Oh wow.
It's me. Of course, it's me. The one who gets it done. Don't you see? It had to be. You all turn away when I got the fish. Then you cry, hooray, once it's on the dish. That's how we do this. Yes, we. Yes, you and me. I have always cared for you. I'll always do all these things for you. All these things that you are not prepared to do. You, it's not just you. Time to put you in check. There are other idols too. You irritating speck. Aren't you aware? It's time these people came. Time to bring your next little girls. Seems like a theme here. I grabbed the brass ring, but then what to do? A great shiny throne, but still in the darkness. Kill her today, and Athena, that's you too. Of course you would make it all about you. Still, Athena, I'm glad you were here to see how someone grew. None of you see.
Oh shit.
So it's down to me. It's fine. I'll take all the blame.
I didn't expect the red.
I'll take all the pain. Think you see it all? You just see a scrap. You wanna make the call. You need to hold the map. You cloistered children. It's time for you and all who stand with you. Yes, you too. Form a queue. Time to follow through.
the ones I saw. This time I'll get you.
You're just another one. Thinks she's a cut above. Puffed up and whistling as she skips into a war. Girl, I've met you 1,000 times before. 1,000 times before.
Ooh, the Furies hesitated just then. I'm calling on Medusa.
Take Grace, then you definitely have to take me.
Of course, it's me. Because of me, this prophecy would come to be. My Olympus is gone, and you're all looking on at a stranger wearing my face. My Olympus is gone. Now I'm some other one. Just how long has she been in place?
Give it time, you'll find even an island drift. You don't notice 'cause it only moves in teeny tiny shifts.
There was a voice in me that shouted, Athena, you be strong. Be strong. No cost is great enough. It was wrong. I was wrong. I was wrong, and now I don't know what the right thing is. I leave it up to you what to do with this.
I was half tempted to punch her, I will say that much.
Look into me. I know what I see. Yes, a monster.
I've met monsters who weren't monsters.
I'm a monster to me. I'm sorry, Grace. I'm sorry, all of you. I wish Calliope could know it too.
I wonder how much power Hades' throne has left in it. The owl is still gone. The high road. Forgive but don't forget. Achievement unlocked. Oh. Hello, you three.
Are you finished? You've been talking forever.
We're done, yes.
And?
You're being very dramatic about it.
So you're in charge now, I'm guessing.
For the moment. But this is one throne I won't be holding on to for long.
What does that mean?
It means we are disbanding the chorus. Not only that, we have decided to reveal ourselves to the mortal world.
You're planning to tell everyone what we really are? Isn't that risky?
It won't be right away, so those who are too fearful can go into hiding. But it's time. No more laws, no more secrets.
Holy shit.
You all agreed to this? No argument?
No argument? Grace, you know us. We cannot order lunch without a good argument.
That's fair.
Wasn't it you, Grace, who said we should stop living in the past?
Well, sure, but I didn't think you were listening.
What can I say? I'm trying something different. Plus, this is what Calliope was fighting for.
Calliope would definitely approve.
Okay.
What about Athena? She can't be okay with this.
She won't fight it. She said, and I quote, "Whatever your decision, I will abide by it."
That's a switch.
The fight's just not in her anymore. She was so certain she was doing the right thing.
Oh, now that's an old tune.
Well, we'll see how long this new Athena lasts.
If there's no chorus, does that mean idols just do whatever they want?
As much as anyone can.
What about Medusa? I hate to think what she's gonna do.
Medusa has offered to live in the reliquary. Frankly, I think she's relieved.
As for the rest of us, we'll be subject to mortal authorities and their laws.
Assuming they don't just round us up the moment they realize what we are.
Quite so.
I have a few thoughts as to how you could go about revealing yourselves.
Oh?
If there's time, we could prepare a campaign.
A campaign? You make it sound like preparing for battle.
It is, kinda. The idols would be stars before you know it. If you're famous enough, there's only so much that can be done to you.
Now that is a marvelous idea indeed. I'd like a moment alone with Grace.
Oh. Wait, what? Oh, no, no, shit! My headphones!
Well, you did it, Grace. The trial has come and gone.
Fuck.
You're still standing.
Hold on. Give me a second, Gabe. Give me a second.
And fulfilled the prophecy while I was at it.
Fulfilled it? Haven't we prevented it?
I'm the last muse. It was my trial. Now what's happening to the idols because of it?
We're no longer continuing. Not as we were. Yes, I see.
Athena couldn't conceive of a change that didn't mean death for the idols. But here we are.
Obviously, the freedom the rest of the idols have extends to you as well. I can't compel you to remain. And yet I am asking you to do so.
If I stay, no more lies. No more backstabbing. No more betrayals.
Oh, Grace, isn't that what makes life with the idols interesting?
Not really, no.
Fine, fine. Have it your way. You have my word.
I'll hold you to that.
Ready to go out and face the music, Grace?
Always.
Act 3, 2 months later. You might get some feedback on my microphone, by the way, because I've had to take off my headphones to listen to this.
Of course you're both here. In my apartment. Why wouldn't you be?
We were waiting for you.
How does it feel to be the idol spokesperson appearing on every newscast, reputable and otherwise?
I'm exhausted.
The Oracle has been keenly following your progress. She records every appearance, every interview. She may be your biggest fan.
The way she talks, you'd think she never doubted who you were.
Well, at least she's been of great help to your online campaign.
Everyone here has also been busy. Would you like to hear the latest?
Let's ask about Venus and Eros. They're the people I want to know the most. Oh shit, I just noticed all the Polaroids.
I heard Eros and Venus left the city together. Was that right?
You heard correctly. Venus wanted to use her fame to do good works as an activist, and Eros is assisting her.
Let's be realistic. He's there to catch her when her efforts inevitably implode.
You're being uncharitable, sister. I was at one of Venus's rallies, and it was rather invigorating.
Aphrodite always did love being adored by the masses.
Well, at any rate, Eros sounded keen. He thinks this is a much better approach than wallowing in Olympus.
You mean he's glad to have time to pursue a new lover or two?
Who could blame him?
I mean, I think the answer is she dies, Rockethead. And then you say goodbye to her in the underworld with a much more romanceable ending, essentially. It's probably a lot harsher, I would imagine, if you romance Freddy. I'm curious about Hecate and Astarion as well.
What about Hecate and Astarion? Are they still at the reliquary?
Hecate leave the reliquary? I'd sooner believe the sun would go out.
It doesn't hurt that they seem enraptured with each other's company.
Astarion is all Hecate is willing to discuss. Do I need to know every detail of his sexual prowess? I do not.
Didn't Hecate say it is written that she and the Minotaur would eventually break up?
Well, eventually, for Hecate could be centuries from now.
In the meantime, she gushes about her new boyfriend like a schoolgirl.
You should hear Astarion, then. His gushing puts hers to shame. I'm happy for them both.
I do want to know about Medusa. Is Medusa on the fridge? Yeah, I think. No, wait, that's Apollo. Can't tell. The photographs are a little blurry.
And Medusa? I take it she's no longer at the reliquary.
She's staying with me, for now. You did promise my help with her curse, if you recall.
Oh, how's that going?
Better than I might have expected. I have a few old friends who owe me favors, and they're making headway. Medusa is positively giddy at the prospect. She offered to help manage the underworld as repayment, which I can't say I mind.
Hopefully she doesn't turn it into her personal buffet.
Not if she wants her curse broken. We have an understanding.
Yay!
It's kind of you to take such a chance, sister.
Oh, I'm used to handling the odd snake. Frankly, we owe her the opportunity to try.
That's good. That's honestly really good. Okay, let's find out about Athena.
Has anyone heard about Athena? It's been a while.
I have. She left the city, as she felt uncomfortable with all the attention on the idols.
Terrified, you mean?
It was more that mortals expected the goddess of wisdom to have sage advice, and she no longer trusts her judgment.
No surprise there.
You don't still worry about her, brother, after all she's done?
I think of her off in the far north, living alone in the wilderness, punishing herself until the end of her days. I know it's her own choosing, but it seems like such a waste.
Ooh, yes, I do want to know about Hermes, actually.
Is Hermes still around? I'm surprised they're not here with the rest of you.
Well, we've barely seen them of late.
Hermes has been busy. They've become a social media darling, or so the Oracle tells me.
The truly amusing part is that they're not even trying to be famous. They simply can't help it.
Hermes likes to people please, it's true.
Hopefully it won't backfire on them. Fame is a double-edged sword.
Hermes lives a charmed life. Never fear.
Well, it's odd seeing their face on so many billboards, but I agree. Let Hermes have their fun.
Yay! Ooh, Pan.
What about Pan? I haven't seen him since the trial.
No one's seen him.
Should we be worried? It is Pan, and what he does will reflect on us all.
Pan is harmless.
Mostly harmless.
As far as I can tell, he did regret his involvement in Calliope's death. He'll lay low. At least for a time.
He'll be back with some new scheme to make us all groan.
You're not wrong.
And
How about you, Apollo? Still planning on leaving the city?
Soon, I think. All the attention on the idols is proving rather taxing.
Ooh, running away again, brother.
I suppose you could say that. Really, I just came by to see Grace and apologize one last time.
I told you don't need to keep doing that.
Yes, well, I'm glad things worked out as they did. You'll all be fine without me.
You know, one day you will learn, brother. Not today, but someday.
I'm going to quickly snooze the ads so that we can have these last few conversations.
How about you, Persephone? Any big changes?
Changes? Well, I suppose you could say that. I've been spending a great deal of my time in Hades of late.
Really? What for?
Now that the mortal world knows about us again, I suspect it won't be empty for long.
I don't think you're the only one who suspects that, sister.
Yes, I can't say I'm the mortal world's most favorite idol at present. It's a whole thing.
You don't seem upset about that.
The world changes, Grace. For the better and for the worse. We knew this was coming. Where it will end up, that remains to be seen. But one thing is certain. Death.
Not wrong. Okay.
I still can't believe it's all over.
Oh, it's scarcely over, Grace. Now that you've toppled the castle, it's barely just begun.
Oh, I didn't do that.
On the contrary, you absolutely did.
Perhaps we should leave you alone, Grace. You must be tired from your trip.
Kind of feels like this is it, huh? Like we won't see each other for a long time.
No. Not like this. You're right.
Everything has changed.
Last song of the game.
Stormy skies clear, soft breeze blow.
The ocean lies calm, stars are out.
We'll chart our paths, I've no doubt.
Where will we end up with different routes? A fresh coat of paint, sails unfurled, ready to go.
Watching the shore
lost in the sunrise, parting mists of gray,
sailing to new water, the rush of a new day.
Everything has changed. Everything.
Holy shit. Well, ladies and gentlemen, it only took 2 streams. However, oh, Erika Ishii played Hermes. That explains why I was like, I know that voice, but I can't remember the voice actor. That makes sense. Okay. Holy shit. Yeah. 10 out of 10 game. Honestly, like, this was brilliant. This was fucking wonderful. This was amazing. Like, and I get the feeling that if they'd had more funding, they could have done some amazing things with the song. Because all the songs, they do fit together, but they're not quite there on some of them. Like, some of them don't quite fit together quite right. But honestly, overall, I loved this game. This game was really good. But yeah, ladies and gentlemen, Stray Gods, a role-playing musical. I don't know if we shall play the DLC. I might, but it might be a few months from now. But overall, that was really, really good. Yeah. Yeah. That was brilliant. Yeah, it was a very cool experiment. It was absolutely wonderful. Right. We are going to call it there for the evening, everybody. We've been going for just over 3 hours, and honestly, that I was spot on the halfway point last time. Thank you all very much for joining us this evening. We will be back on Tuesday for... What are we playing at the moment? I don't remember. We're playing something, and I'll remember by Tuesday. Thank you all very much for joining us this evening, everyone. I hope you all had fun. Have a very good evening and a very good night. We are going to go and raid a Wasted Space, who is currently playing some Spas Engineers. Thank you all very much for joining us this evening, everyone. I hope you all had fun.